your guy, LeBron?
I don't believe it's nuclear, Skip, but it's hard for me to believe that he hasn't lost some faith in this organization. Remember, when Magic Johnson was sitting outside of LeBron's house for an hour before the free agency period started, and he went into his home and he talked for 2 to 3 hours, there was no Rob Pelinka. There was no Jeannie Buss. There was no Luke Walton. So the one guy that LeBron wanted to meet with is no longer there. So it's hard.
Wait, are you sure LeBron didn't go to Magic's house? Like,
No.
didn't he sit in front of Magic's house for an hour before signing?
No, we let Magic in. We didn't want to get no tampering charge, so we saw him out there, but we didn't let him in.
So I was thinking LeBron was recruiting Magic.
Nah. So it's just hard for me to believe, Skip, under that scenario, the one guy that I talked to, and he assured me, well, we're going to do this. We're going to try to get a free agent this year. If not this year, next year, we'll definitely have you a superstar. And now that guy is gone. He thought he was leaving a situation where it was chaos. It was unstable. And he thought he was coming to a stable situation because now Jeannie Buss was in charge. She had brought on Magic Johnson. And so finally, it was going to be kind of like what he had in Miami. You knew the structure. There was no chaos going on. Pat Riley was running the ship. Now he comes to a situation that's exactly what he left in Cleveland. And so, you know, Skip, we like Jeannie. Jeannie's really good with the media, but it's about time to be up for this, Jeannie. You got to deliver. Now, I know, hey, I understand that you're a woman, and we love that. We love opportunities. But I tell you what, you're going to get this criticism like a man. So, because you need to deliver. 6 years in a row of not making the playoffs for the Lakers is unacceptable. Now, we got Jim. Skip, everybody thought, Jim doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He needs to get up out of there. Okay, she got him up out of there, went to court to do it. Okay, Jeannie, show me something. Show me some goods. Bring me somebody.
Do you remember that show, I Dream of Jeannie?
I do.
It's too bad this Jeannie can't fold her
Barbara
arms.
Eden.
Blink.
That was a good show.
Larry Hagman.
But if she could just blink and make KD appear, or, you know, then it would all be okay.
Oh, we get Kawhi. We take old Kawhi.
This Jeannie is out of the bottle. I don't know what happened here. So the biggest shock to me I've had in we're going on 3 years here of Undisputed was what Rick Bucher sat right here and told us yesterday. The first shock was, to me, when I read that Kurt Rambis is now the point person in place of Magic Johnson. And I like Kurt a lot. And he's a smart man, but he has no experience doing this.
Zero.
And he doesn't obviously have the cachet and charisma of Magic Johnson.
Right.
No,
So you've replaced Magic Johnson with Kurt Rambis. And then I kept hearing about Linda Rambis being like an executive or something, best friends to Jeannie. And again, no offense to her, because I don't know anything about her. Maybe she's a basketball savant. But Rick Bucher said she's become a primary decision maker in this franchise alongside Jeannie. So Kurt and Linda Rambis, and Jeannie has final say. And Rob Pelinka, the most hated man in pro basketball.
That's universal. That is no speculation. Everybody says that. He's hated. Some people refuse to return his calls.
Okay.
And you give him more power.
Wait a second. You gave him more power. So he's your GM. And Phil is still in constant touch. Phil Jackson's in constant touch with everybody, with Kurt and Jeannie, and he's given his 2 cents. And Magic says, oh, I talk to Jeannie almost every day. So he's still giving his 2 cents. And it feels so mom and pop-ish. And in the big picture, honestly, I'm not just saying this. I do feel sorry for LeBron James, as in, what did I get myself into? This is just wrong. This is worse than the Dan Gilbert dysfunction, right?
Yes.
At least you had David Griffin there.
Yes.
You were making smart decisions. In fact, I was making a case at the trade deadline a year ago. Dan Gilbert should have been executive of the year because you loved what he acquired at the trade deadline.
Plus, the fact of the matter is, for the first 3 years he was back, you knew who was making the decision.
You did?
Now we have no idea. Is it Kurt? Skip, how do you get, he's like, you know what, KD, we like to schedule a meeting. Who's going to be in there? Kurt and Linda Rambis, Rob Pelinka.
What?
Oh, really? Oh,
I'm like, what the hell? I wish I might take an interview with Kurt and Linda Rambis.
What?
You better send me. And that's the thing,
That's
Skip.
a good point.
They're putting people in position, and not to say, okay, they're not qualified, but I think you should build your way up before you have that kind of cachet. I'm looking across like, who are you? How long have you been in this role? and what did you do to get this role? Being someone's best friend shouldn't qualify you for a position, Skip. Now, if you want to cut your teeth, if you want to do it the hard way, I got no problem. I don't care if you're a man, woman, or child. You work your way up through the ranks.
Yeah.
But because I'm your homegirl, or you and I, we went to dinner parties together, and you get put in a role, Skip, I don't agree with that. So I just need Jeannie to deliver something. Now, I'm talking about not the Barbara Eden. She's more like Christy Aguilera. I'm a genie in a bottle. But she need to put some KD. I need KD. I need Kawhi. I need Kyrie, AD. I need one of those 4 players, or I'm going to be very upset with Miss Jeannie Buss.
And all 4 of them, as we speak, are saying, what is going on out
Yeah,
there? Right?
The guy that's already there is saying what's going on.
He is.
You see him, Skip, he had a head full of hair. You see him yesterday?
How did that
happen?
happen?
What you mean how it happened? You always trying to be slick, Skip.
Did he already go to Wakanda?
No. I mean, there you go, Skip. He was on that dance.
Vibranium does a lot of...
LeBron had a hair. I said, look at LeBron.
Good for him.
Head full.
He looked
Good.
happy.
Good for him.
Yes.
Maybe it was just the pressure was off and his hair grew.
Well, it's about to fall out again once he read this story.
It might all
About sending
fall out.
Kurt Rambis make the point, people.
So I also remind you that our man Rick Bucher reported a month or so ago that Jeannie Buss got so upset just before the trade deadline that she briefly considered getting rid of LeBron so she could get out from under his agent, Rich Paul, who seemed to be trying to strong-arm the Lakers into forcing this trade with New Orleans that didn't happen. So obviously, maybe the bridge wasn't burned between LeBron and his younger teammates, but it got set on fire, and it may still be smoldering. And so Rick reported again yesterday that now Monty Williams would be the better choice for coach because at least the young players wouldn't think Ty Lue with LeBron makes LeBron just running the franchise. So that's no good for LeBron. Like LeBron, I'm pretty sure in his heart of hearts he'd rather have Ty Lue. He just knows him. He's comfortable.
Exactly.
He won with him, right? And now maybe they would go Monty Williams just so it would seem to the younger players that LeBron's guy wasn't in charge. Well, that's no good for LeBron either.
But
that's
you know
another
what, Skip
shot.
Bayless? Rick was reporting that Jeannie was thinking about trading us.
Yeah.
This thing don't turn around. We're going to walk up there and ask to be traded.
I agree with that. I think I asked Rick off camera, is there any way LeBron would just walk in and say, I just need out of here?
Everybody thinks that I came here to surpass Michael B. Jordan. I came here to help win some trophies and restore law and order to the Lakers. But I didn't come for these shenanigans, this foolishness. I've came for stability, and I'm not getting it.
Yeah. Rick also reported a month or so ago that he talked to several owners who said they would be a little queasy about trying to trade a lot for LeBron at this point as he enters year 17.
Right.
But I got to tell you, just on marquee value, he can sell tickets and bring ratings like crazy.
For sure.
So,
Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to find out where KD go. We might go link up with KD.
wherever he goes, you go?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or might go join Kyrie somewhere.
Does KD want LeBron, though?
It don't matter what KD want. We bigger. That's what he needs to understand. Big bank take little bank. Hostile takeover is what we call it.
You're not better, but you are bigger.
Yeah, we better too.
Yeah.
Skip, 27, 8, and 8.
Yeah. KD, you were raving about him last night. That was virtuoso. Virtuoso. Best player on the planet.
Why can't two things be true? That was a virtuoso. But how many times have you seen? You see LeBron drop 45 about 3 or 4 times last year. That's the first time Kevin Durant ever hit 45 in a playoff game.
He shares the ball.
Yeah, for real, Skip.
Well, who was the back-to-back finals MVP? Help me out.
They got nothing to do with sharing the ball.
I know, because in those game threes at LeBron's house,
hold on, let me
he
see.
just said, I got this.
Oh, let me see. LeBron, KD had, he had 6 assists. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But we seen LeBron triple-dub.
Sure, yeah.
Triple-dub to 40.
We
in
saw
the playoff.
LeBron,
What?
as a starter this year, go 28 and 27.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was hurt, Skip.
Huh.
Why can't you get that through your skull? It's thick, I understand it, but you understand LeBron was injured. He was injured.
That's what his physical therapist posted.
You know?
He was he was suffering pain.
So in other words, you
She
saying
said.
LeBron is lying that he was not injured, or the severity of his injury was not what he
You know
said
what?
it was.
He looked just fine to me.
Oh, he really?
Yeah.
The guy blocked his shot with his palm by not leaving his hand.
That's what happens when you get older. That's what happens when you've been in this league for 17 years.
No, it doesn't. He was at 16. 27, 8, and 8.
Yeah.
And he's going to be an MVP contention
But
next year.
he's effectively been in at 17 because he's played so many playoff minutes, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, like 2-3 years. Clear.
I'm wondering if he's thinking, I got to get out of here. That's what I'm wondering.
What is the timeline, though? If it doesn't start to get better soon, you'd think he'd have to start thinking about it.
Because look, this is not what we signed up for. So don't think. See, the thing is kind of like free agency and leaving teams is a lot like divorce. Once you've done it once, it's easy to do it again. He left Cleveland. He left Miami. He left Cleveland again. So don't think, Lakers, it's out of the realm of possibility because we done been divorced before. We do it again. Find us a new one, hotter, sexier.
A lot of divorce.
Yep, sexy. I know that's not what you promised. You promised me you go give me breakfast in bed, you go have the newspaper, you promised me all this, and now I get here and now you reneging. So since you reneging, I'm gonna renege that I'm gonna love you.
Okay.
In life and in what is it, for rich or for poor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sickness and in health.
You had to think about that.
Yeah, I had to think about it.
So LeBron has become a Hollywood mogul, and I'm sure that's what he desired to become.
No.
Yeah, that was his goal, coming to L.A., but now he's playing for the laughing stock of the league.
Yes.
Is that what he signed up for?
No. Well, we might have to go next door. Might have to put a call into Steve Ballmer.
Really?
Yeah, we might just
That is the place to be right now.
Right now.
Whew.
I love watching.
I mean, I love watching him. He like
That's
a
what I
kid.
just
He's
said.
like a little kid, Skip.
He's so
He like,
nervous.
You see, little guy, we got it.
Right?
We got it. I mean,
I know,
I was like, that joker worth 40 billion, acting like that on
I
the
know,
side.
I was looking him up just because I knew, I knew it was a lot of money, and I was like, 40 billion?
This is why people with 40 billion buy teams.
Yes.
Because nothing will make them happier than winning that game last night.
Nothing.
Right?
No, where you gonna go? So what
I
you
love
buy?
it.
You buy a Monet for 200 million? Oh, what? I'm scared. You got a
And you can
$100 million
sit
jet.
and stare at it,
Exactly.
right? Way to go.
That's what people with money do. They buy franchises.
I'm trying to hang out with him and watch a game. All right, so no LeBron in the playoffs. We still got Skip Spurs, though.